I'm sorry this is late. I got a new computer, so that means having to find a new video editor about as good as Sony Movie Studio. And of course, I may have procrastinated a bit on writing this, but let's move on. So I was at South by Southwest, and I didn't see as much as I was intending, but forget that. Let's talk about some movies. First movie I saw was The Shock of the Future, and it was not great. Shock of the Future is about this woman in the late 70s creating a new genre of music. So before I continue, I should probably say that these reviews will be rather short, because I barely remember them, which I think accurately summarizes them. Anyway, back to Shock of the Future. Yeah, I didn't like this one that much. The majority of the movie is just spent dicking around and very few things happen in this film's 78-minute runtime. Now that doesn't mean there aren't things I appreciate about this film. I like the 70s aesthetic. Well, it's set in the 70s, so what do you expect? The lead actress Alma Jodorowsky was good in the movie. I like the music. In fact, my favorite thing about the movie is that during the party near the end, they played Gut Feeling by Devo. And that's pretty much where my praise ends. The movie is just extremely dull. Pretty much nothing of interest really happens until toward the end, when this guy at her party doesn't like her music. There's some stuff that happens for no reason, like one shot when we see Alma Jodorowsky walking outside for like 4 seconds, and then she's just back in her apartment. It looks like something they may have put in there but just forgot to take out, because you could have cut it out and nothing would have changed. And there's one part where she's just massaging some guy that never gets brought up again. There's one scene where she and some other woman are brainstorming, and one of the other woman's lyrics reminded me of Creed describing the Loch Ness Monster.
2 eyes, 2 ears, a chin, a mouth, 10 fingers, 2 nipples, a butt, 2 kneecaps, a penis. I have just described to you the Loch Ness Monster. And the reward for its capture? All the riches in Scotland.
Overall, this wasn't very good. I feel like if this were, say, a 20-minute short, it could have been good. And I'm giving this one a 5 out of 10. Next movie I saw was Gunpowder Heart, and it also wasn't that good. Gunpowder Heart is a Guatemalan film about these 2 girlfriends who get assaulted at a carnival, and it becomes a rape revenge movie, but it just goes absolutely nowhere. Despite this having more going on than Le Shock de Future, I was a lot more bored with this one, and I really don't have much to say about it. The acting is okay. One of the actors kind of reminded me of Zach Villa a little bit. The movie looks kind of bland. Every shot I remembered was handheld. When the movie ended, I was like, wait, this is it? Yeah, not one I'd recommend, and it's my least favorite of 2020 so far, and I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. And the last movie I saw was Selfie, and just like the others, it was not that good. Selfie is a 1 hour and 40-minute movie that feels like it's 3.5 hours long. Selfie is an anthology film about the dangers of technology. I will say that it does have an interesting way of telling its stories, whereas most anthology films focus on the story, end it, and then go to the next story. This movie tells part of a story, sets it aside for another one, and comes back to it later. One story is about this family of YouTubers whose viewers stop watching them after their son gets cured from whatever disease he had. One's about this teacher who starts a relationship with a comedian over Twitter, or something like Twitter, I don't know. And there's one guy who buys whatever is recommended on the internet to him, and it predicts the future or something. And there's one involving a massive data leak. Don't have much to say about this one. It's boring, acting's okay. Don't really remember much about it. However, there's one part where this family in the beginning are filming this video, and their older son doesn't want to be in it. And the mom says that people won't know that their youngest son even has an older brother. But they play a different video in the beginning of the movie, before the scene, and you can clearly see his older brother in it. When the credits roll, the first lyric in the song goes something like, "I don't have no cell phone," or something like that. Yeah, the movie kind of just felt like it was saying technology bad. Yeah, this one wasn't good either, and I'm giving Selfie a 5 out of 10. There was another narrative movie from this festival called Cat in the Wall. I got halfway through and then I turned it off. South by Southwest kind of sucked this year. I was intending to watch more movies from this festival, but I just kind of gave up because I wasn't enjoying it. I did watch some of the shorts. I watched Blocks, which is about a woman who discovers she can vomit Lego bricks. Honestly, I kind of wish I could do that so I could get free Legos. 6 out of 10. I saw Face to Face Time, which is about a couple FaceTiming each other and has a twist worthy of Shyamalan. 6 out of 10. I saw The Voice in Your Head, which is about a man and the personification of his depression, and it also has a twist worthy of Shyamalan. This was actually my favorite of the festival. 7 out of 10. And the last short I saw was Single, which is about a woman with one arm being set up on a blind date with a guy who has one hand. Acting's fine, but the lead's kind of a bitch. 6 out of 10, but it's closer to a 5. This wasn't all they were going to show at the festival. I wouldn't be surprised if they just put only the bad movies on Amazon. So yeah, if you saw any of the South by Southwest movies, tell me what you thought, and the Tiger King video will be next.